Dan Moskal here, and in this video I want to talk about some local SEO. We're going to cover a little bit about how to do local SEO, but then this is kind of just some SEO tips in general and kind of almost really a copywriting. So we're working with a client who has a mental health therapy practice business. She's a therapist, people come in to see her, and she has a page on her website. It's called EMDR. EMDR is actually eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. I didn't think this was anything that anybody knew anything about EMDR. I figured, and she wrote this, help for those suffering from post traumatic stress disorder. Now, folks searching for post traumatic stress disorder, they may very well be aware of MDMR, and maybe that's why they're seeking it out. But in this article, we're not really talking, we mentioned post traumatic stress syndrome and disorder, but it's not. This treatment and therapy also treats denial, shock, grief, and anger. And this is important because we're currently editing this, we're revamping this whole site, but we're changing your title tag, as I'm sure you probably already know, is the most important factor when it comes to ranking your page. And currently it's not bad. It says EMDR. That's like the first thing we're targeting. But if we go over here to the Google AdWords Keyword Planner, this is a keyword tool to show you the search volume of certain terms. I started and I was just playing around, and it's just something to take note of. So she's a therapist. Currently, this is just targeting EMDR, which is surprisingly a very common search term. It's 40,000 times plus every month just in Google. That's huge, huge search volume. I had no idea this was such a common, popular thing. But anyways, here's the point. So she's a therapist. She's trying to have more clients come in and see her for, EMDR is one of the therapies she offers. So rather than us target EMDR, even though we're local, and I'm going to talk about that in just a second, but rather than us target EMDR, it makes a lot more sense to target EMDR therapy. People that are searching in Google and the other search engines, EMDR therapy, are those that are probably looking for a therapist. And just to compare that, here's another one, EMDR training. Now that's probably people that are looking to get trained to uh, do EMDR for people. And if you look at this too, here we're going to start talking about the local. So EMDR therapy, New York City, that gets searched for every single month just within Google over 100 times. Now, we are in the local Columbia, South Carolina area for this website, and we're going to put that in the title tag, but the idea is to take this national information, EMDR therapy, it gets searched for 9,900 times. We're doing local SEO on this website specifically, but we still want to target EMDR therapy. And when we target EMDR therapy, we're also targeting EMDR. We're also targeting what is EMDR therapy. And she could write another article about what actually is EMDR therapy. We're also targeting, we're not really targeting training, but we're also targeting EMDR therapists, which would be another good search term, 480 versus almost 10,000 EMDR therapy. I suggest we go with therapy. That makes more sense. But you see, we take this national, and here we'll just go ahead and do it. We're doing our title here. This is using the Genesis frameworks, and we still have a lot of cosmetic designs. So this is what we're going to do. EMDR therapy. So this is what I'm thinking. Either EMDR therapy, get help in Columbia, South Carolina, or MDR therapy, get EMDR therapy in Columbia. That's what we're going to do. Get EMDR therapy in Columbia, South Carolina. We could say professional health therapist, but we're just going to keep this simple. But this way, by putting it in the title, we're really targeting local search terms, and we're just going to go ahead and get rid of the PTSD. There's some more things we're going to do with this article with the to make it really search engine friendly, and with this site just in general, we're really just kind of scratching the surface. But I just wanted to point this out because some terms make more sense. Some terms are more likely to result in your objective, and if your objective is to get more clients and more people picking up the phone and calling you, more people coming and requesting your services, especially if you're local, then you need to, one, target local search terms with your website, and then two, like, look at the buying words. Like EMDR therapy and EMDR therapist are much more qualified buying terms than what is EMDR therapy or EMDR training. Like if you were teaching EMDR, then you'd want to target EMDR training versus you know, versus side effects or something. This is actually what we're going to do, because I should have mentioned that before. We're going to probably see if this will fit in at the end. We have EMDR, but eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, what it actually is. EMDR therapy in Columbia, South Carolina. You typically can use 60 to 70 characters, and we just want to see what the count actually works out to be. Okay, so that isn't really going to work. I was just thinking of some ways. So we're going to leave it at get EMDR therapy in Columbia, South Carolina. Or we're just going to say EMDR therapy in Columbia, South Carolina. So that's what's going to show up when people search. Our target is EMDR therapy in Columbia, South Carolina. But also South Carolina will probably show up in Columbia, in the surrounding areas like West Columbia, Lexington. And if you get a chance, go and look at some of these things. There's really not much. I'm going to check out just a couple of these other ones, but there's not much competition when it comes to local searches. And if you have a real business such as like a mental health therapist, an average client is worth over $1,000 lifetime value with a 6 months, they stay with you. So I mean, it's really worth it, to say the least. So this is Dan Moskal. Visit danmoskaluniversity.com. I've created a free report to show you some more of these SEO and the details that I can't really get into on this video. For time constraints, please leave any comments or specific questions you may have below. I'm here to help. And please have a great afternoon. Please like this video, and again, visit Dan Moskal University and grab your free report. Have a great afternoon. You can also pick up a copy of my book at Amazon. Talk to you soon.